5. You deposit $1,000 at the end of each quarter into an account that pays J4 equals 10%. Find the future value in 1 year. Let's go through this question. We are depositing $1,000, so our balance is growing, and we're depositing that at the end of each quarter. End or begin off. Let's draw that in. We put $1,000 in at the end of each quarter, and at the end, how much money do we have? We're going to assume we start with nothing. J4 equals 10%. 4, 10, and we're making quarterly payments. First of all, we're accumulating money. Our balance is growing. We're making our payments at the end of the month, so this is an ordinary annuity. Finally, PY equals CY. This is just a simple ordinary annuity, same as we have had many times before. Look at my calculator. Note that begin is still on from the last thing I did, so I'm going to start by going second, begin, second, set, and clearing that, making sure it's not on there. Then I'm going to fill in everything in the calculator, making sure that PY and CY are the same. N is 4 quarters in 1 year. 10 IY, our payment is $1,000. And we started with nothing, and I'm computing how much money we have at the end. I get a future value of 415.252. That's how much money I have at the end. Let's do it again. B, you make the deposits at the beginning of the quarter. How much money will you have at the end of the year? I'm going to draw this in and show you that it looks very similar, except one payment comes in right now at today, and the last payment comes in at 3 quarters, and we're still trying to find the future value at 1 year. I'm still accumulating, but now this is an annuity due. It's still simple. In fact, everything else remains exactly the same as it was before. The only difference is this begin toggle. I usually write on to mean begin is on, off for end, but you can write begin and end, or do in ordinary. Everything's still in my calculator, so all I have to do is go second, payment, I have now set that payment wrong, $1,000 payment, second, begin, second, set to turn it on. Now everything is exactly the same, and all I have to do is compute that future value, which is similar. Let's scroll down and write down our future value. $4,256.32. It's similar, but it's bigger. That's because our payments had a little bit more time to grow because I started earlier. How much money do I have in 3 months? What about in 3 months? This time I'm going to take my initial answer from A and see what happens 3 months after the scenario from A ends, so at the 5th quarter. So I'm going to just use my equations here instead of the compound using the calculator, but you can do whichever you would like to do. So we've got $4,152.52, and we're going to invest that at 2.5% per quarter. That's 10 divided by 4 for only 1 quarter. When I run that through a calculator, I end up with $4,256.33. This is round off error from the fact that I rounded this $4,152. In fact, when you take your ordinary annuity and multiply it by 1 plus I, you get the same value as the annuity due.